Mega Man 9. After the last let's face it, Mega Man hasn't been great since its NES days. Sure, it wasn't bad on the other consoles, just not great. So when Capcom decided to listen to the outcry of fanboys who desperately wanted a new Mega Man game, they surprised them by releasing the game using an NES engine. The game sure has brought back some of the fun that I remember while playing Mega Man 2. I say Mega Man 2 since that was the last Mega Man game that I bought. I rented others once in a while, but none of them kept my interest. The story starts with some of Dr. Light's robots going crazy. Dr. Wily convinces the world that it's Dr. Light's fault, since Dr. Wily is now a changed man and doesn't want to take over the world anymore. He tells the world that he'll stop Dr. Light from using his robots from taking over the world if they just send cash to his Swiss bank account. He'll spend the money on creating new robots to stop him. Unbelievably, the police actually believe him and they arrest Dr. Light. So it's up to Mega Man to defeat and get control of these 8 crazy robots and get their powers. In this rendition, the robots' names are Concrete Man, Tornado Man, Plug Man, Jewel Man, Hornet Man, Magma Man, Galaxy Man, and Splash Woman. That's right, you heard me right. For the first time in the Mega Man series, there is a girl robot character. This is a typical Mega Man game in that you can choose to fight any of the robot bosses in any order you want. However, depending on what other weapons you might have, it could make the final battle between them easier or harder. My favorite weapon was the Black Hole Bomb. You can maneuver a black hole wherever you wanted and then open it up and suck in whatever enemies are around. The strangest one had to be the Hornet Chaser. It would shoot out robotic bees that would home in on any enemy in the area. After you beat all the bosses, you figure out that Dr. Wily's behind all the robots going crazy, and you have to go to his skull-shaped hideout to defeat him. Shouldn't his skull-faced lair be a clue that he wasn't as good as he was pretending to be? The music in the levels were fantastic, and it's amazing what great songs they can make just using the limitations of the NES console. If you've never played a Mega Man game before, please be warned that they're always known for being hard, and this one's no exception. In fact, I think this might be the second hardest Mega Man game I've ever played. I think the very first one was a bit harder. While the game was hard, it was never too hard that you were so frustrated that you wouldn't play it anymore. Life after life, you'll start to master some of the level's more tricky parts in it. And that makes it even more satisfying when you do end up beating the level. They do make it a little bit easier by adding in a shop where you can buy items that you can make the boss stages a little easier. You can collect screws that you find in the level for money at this shop. There's always a great variety of things to buy, but I always spent my money on energy tanks. Plus, there's a save feature in the game, which is a welcome addition to the game, although I doubt that Capcom would have enacted a password feature in this day and age, even if they were going for a retro feel. To make the game even more challenging, they added 50 challenges you can complete just for bragging rights. Some are as easy to do as killing 1,000 enemies, to insane like beat the game without getting hit. They even let you try and complete the levels in a timed fashion. You see how fast you can beat the level, then it'll show you how fast other people did it all over the world. And then you try and beat their scores. To give the game even more replayability, you can download new content to make the game even more challenging, or play with a different character. I was a little mixed on this. I think some of the downloadable content like harder play settings shouldn't have had to been bought. It seems like a cheap way to make extra money. The game is $10 and certainly worth every penny. Even if you're not a Mega Man fan, the care and work put in the game to make the game look as amazing as it does makes it worthy a buy for that alone. Download it now.